remember the dance teacher that had to resign because she was arrested for sleeping with one of her students? Well, she back on TikTok cutting her hair, talking about new beginnings. What happened with that case, Bookie? Has it been dropped? Is that why we're having new beginnings? Or are you just cutting your hair talking about new beginnings? She was accused of sleeping with a student who went to the school that she taught at and taught cheer at. And people are in her comment section talking about, welcome back, we miss you so much, they can never make me hate you.
Now her content's more geared towards her children, getting her hair done. That's a gospel things in her life, and people are confused how she could be accused of this, but then suddenly be so godly. Now, I know we need to believe it innocent until proven guilty, but people find it very suspicious that she hasn't spoken a word about it and simply moved on like this isn't a problem. Now, you could be saying that maybe her lawyer told her not to speak on it. Yes, that is right, but I don't know. I just know that I wouldn't be comfortable with anyone accusing me of this, especially I will know for sure that I am innocent.
Normally, when former teachers face these types of accusations, they stay off social media or wipe it clean altogether. But are you surprised she continues to post on platforms like Instagram and TikTok? Do you think in a way maybe she's just not taking the allegations seriously?
I don't know. I am assuming her lawyer probably wants her to stop doing that. And were I retained to represent her, granted I can't because I'm not licensed in Georgia, but were I retained to represent her, I would tell her to stop and to take everything down and go extremely low profile. Because like I said, this is a relatively smaller town in Georgia. We're looking at potentially picking jurors out of this town, and we need you to not be the TikTok teacher where every juror knows who you are when they walk in. There's a lot of attention seeking kind of poses and stuff like that. And it's effective. It would make you want to click on it. Another thing that has kind of come to the forefront is a lot of teachers, particularly a lot of female teachers that engage in this kind of behavior, that sometimes there's a mental health issue.
Because you think Christ will wipe away your sin that you willfully committed.
Were I representing her, I'd probably have her do a full mental health evaluation as well.
Y'all play with the Lord too much on this app. You need to tell us what happened. I know they ain't let you out on good behavior. Are you on the SO list? What's going on? He was freaking that little boy. It's the fact that all the students in her comments talking about, we miss you, Miss Williams. We miss you. I bet y'all do. What was she doing up at that school? Not your first video back being a little silk press. We don't give a fuck about that silk press. Tell us what happened. You were supposed to come back with locked up. They won't let me out. Truth is I'm tired. Options a few. That was a better song for you, baby girl. You can't dance your way out of this one. You gonna come back to TikTok with a silk press. Yo, I'm joked out, bro. This just made my night. We gonna do you like LaShondra. What up that money?
Alright, so this is my thoughts on the coach from Monroe that was minking that little boy. I think everybody in that comment section belongs in an insane asylum. I need y'all to find the biggest insane asylum you can find and take everybody that's in that comment section and put their ass up in there. They can never make me hate you. They can never make me hate you. Granted, we all sin. I'm not saying we don't sin. I'm not saying that. I just saying yesterday. I probably said this morning. But sleeping with a child is like being an educator. I don't know. That's just different to me, right? Is it not? And we just act like it's not happening because she cut her motherfucking hair and she thinks she in the IRE with a fucking gospel song in the background. We supposed to just act like, oh, that shit ain't fucking happened. No, the shit fucking happened. The shit happened. That's nasty. You're fucking nasty. Like, are we not gonna act like you're not fucking nasty? And that's the problem right there. We just be forgetting shit. That's not something you can just forget. And she was a staple in her community and was fucking a little boy.
Pictures also came out allegedly showing Adrianna kissing the victim, who was a senior football player at the school and allegedly one of the cheerleaders' boyfriends, and he came out and denied it.
I didn't even want to know. Yeah, baby. That shit happened, bro. It's not true. Oh my God, they picked that bitch off. That shit false, man.
Even though he came out and denied it, I should say that it doesn't necessarily mean much because victims lie all the time to protect the predator or they will just slide just because they don't see the big deal in it and they don't want anyone to blow it out of proportion. Now, September 24th of this year, 2024, Audrianna has been indicted by a grand jury, meaning that the grand jury found enough probable cause that she committed the crimes, should be charged, and that a trial is warranted for the charges.
I used to be in a very large state attorney's office in Broward County. So we had about 15 sex crimes prosecutors. We were all specialized for sex crimes. That's all we did in that unit. And we would sit around at lunch and say, would you rather be a sex offender or do 5 years in prison? And every single person at the table picked prison. And then 5 years in prison, how about 10 years in prison? Would you rather be a sex offender or do 10 years in prison? And most of the people at the table picked prison.
You see me? You in my business? Don't do that.
Somebody going to jail.